Here we have in Los Angeles the other day, really about a week ago, caught by CBS. You have 6 smash and grab crooks. They hit this jewelry center, but the tenants have had enough. The tenants are there, they're trying to claw their way to an income. The economy is down the tubes, and these are working people, hardworking people, and people are trying to rip them off. So take a look how this goes. Go.
Well, caught on video, jewelry store workers fighting back when robbers try to grab jewels and then just take off. But because of their actions, the suspects got away with nothing.
Yeah, workers say they are frustrated with the increase in crime. Yeah. CBS 2's Jake Reiner is live in downtown L.A. with more on this story. Fighting back, huh, Jake?
That's right, Pat and Jeff, and you just mentioned it. They are not happy with the uptick in these smash and grab types of crimes. And even though we're talking about this recent one here, there have been so many more throughout the area. Pandemonium in the jewelry district Tuesday. In a video posted on Instagram by Street People of Beverly Hills, police say 6 suspects dressed in all black tried to smash display cases with their hands and grab what they could from a tenant at St. Vincent Jewelry Center, but they ultimately failed.
The majority of our tenants have the kind of glass that you can't break, so they were not successful.
Using the display cases as barriers, employees fought back, throwing things at the suspects. What does it say about the employees that kind of, stood up for their business and fought back?
You know what? I think they're just sick of it.
Another post by Street People of Beverly Hills apparently shows what happened a short time later. One of the suspects detained in a nearby parking lot by security guards and eventually arrested by LAPD. Nejda Avidian is the general manager of St. Vincent. He says a majority of his tenants are from other countries and put their whole livelihood on the line for jewelry.
Some of these tenants, they feed 3 families, so the grandfather, the father, and now the son. So they're not going to just sit there and let people take all this jewelry without doing anything about it.
Jewelry district has been around since 1972. Avidian says they've really seen an increase in these smash and grab robberies in the last 2 years.
And because there's no repercussion for them, the repercussion is if they get caught, they go to jail. The next day, they're out walking around the streets. We want the police to help us, and they are. We're setting up meetings with them. We've been discussing it with them. We just need more help from CD14, from our council member, from our government to help us with these types of things.
So we received a statement from the council member of this district, Kevin De Leon, saying in part, "I have always said that a key strategy to combat these brazen acts of violence on our streets is increased foot and bike patrols in areas like downtown LA. That's why I secured $2.5 million in LAPD overtime to be added for downtown LA. We also reached out to the district attorney's office, George Gascon, and his office said they are still prosecuting felonies, including robberies, at the same rate as previous administrations."
Yeah, well, he's doing a hell of a good job, isn't he? How many people are moving to LA? I mean, apart from illegal aliens, I don't know anybody who's moving to LA. How many people are moving to California? If you don't have to, you don't. People are getting the hell out of there. For the first time in I don't know how long, California lost population in the last census, and they lost a congressional seat. I remember as a kid, or a young adult even, California was the place to go if you wanted to start a business, if you were an entrepreneur. It really was the land of milk and honey. Now, obviously, the freest place on earth today is Florida, minus Disney World, but it's Florida. Florida is the freest place on earth, not just in the country. Is there another freer place? I don't think so. But California is the future if the Democrats have their way. They want to take what's going on there and impose it on the entire nation. The most disastrous voting system in the nation. The most disastrous border control in the nation. The most disastrous crime in the country. The police are truly hobbled. It's just awful, awful. The brownouts and blackouts as a result of the degrowth movement that's taken hold there. The forests aren't properly cared for, or other wooded areas, so you have these fires that are out of control. They're lacking water. So rather than building infrastructure for water and infrastructure for fossil fuels and all the rest of it, they've destroyed what came before them. All the people have built before them. and they're trying to remake their state, and they're remaking it into an impoverished, third world, lawless state that's being depopulated by the citizens of the state. They're leaving.
Want to see more Mark Levin? Go to LevinTV.com and subscribe now.